Hello and welcome back to my page. You're very welcome here. Last Sunday I travelled the short distance to one of the greatest hurling fields in Cork, in Castletown Roach, to watch Kanturk here in the white and green, their changed strip, to play the mighty Glen Rovers in their multicoloured striped attire. Conditions for this game were better than perfect. The ground was summer hard, the sun was in the sky and there wasn't a lick of air, not a breath of a breeze. People had to take off their coats. Why were they bringing coats there in the first place? It was a minute's silence, as is the beautiful tradition in our sport for a famous Cork and Glen Rovers hurler who passed away sadly the day before. My commiserations and condolences to his family and friends. This is senior hurling, boys and girls, and the standard did not let anyone down. Both teams can leave this field with their head held high, although there will be one holding that head just a little bit higher. Physical and skillful was this game, and all the players that participated were absolute hurling gods, littered with inter-county hurlers. This game was absolutely sensational, and it was the Glen, watch this, who got things off to a mighty start. The man who buried this goal had a very famous grandfather who went by the moniker Ringy. There was 3 goals scored in the first half, and all of those goals came by the glorious Glen Rovers. And I think when you look back at it from a Kanturk perspective, you'd have to be asking questions about that. Goals win games. But that doesn't mean that points can't matter here either. There's the second goal. Swished into the net. Goalkeeper came out, the ball broke loose and bang. But every single time that the Glen went forward, Kanturk, to their eternal credit, came trundling back. Here is the third goal. Beautiful angle, beautiful finish. But as I said, every single time Kanturk came back to reduce the deficit. The bank was bulging with players, well, probably with past players and maybe current players, but mostly fans, brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles. Sure, you know yourself. But what gave me life in this game was the absolute dogged determination by both these sides. There's the famous 14, Cork's all-time top scorer, now retired, playing for the Glen Rovers. And as I said, this team was littered with inter-county hurlers, past and present, and potentially even future. You'd never know. There's a famous former Cork captain, All-Ireland winning captain, who's in charge of the Glen Rovers this year. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, you might know, you might be wondering why I'm not mentioning players' names, and I never do. This is an amateur game and I really am not fond of naming and blaming and shaming. I'm in Ballincollig, I'm in Bantier, and I have a podcast. I'm a stand-up comedian and I'm on tour. Please come and see me. Half time, the young boys belting the balls off the walls were giving me life, lads. At half time, the Glen were up 4 points, and it looked like it was only a matter of time. 14 goals for a goal here, and this lifted Kanturk's spirits because it was saved, brought back out the field. They won a point. Number 9 for Kanturk ended up with a tally of 1 goal and 15 points. An absolutely sublime turnout for the man. Honest to God, he was unbelievable on the day. 115. I mean, I don't think I even scored that in my whole career, hurling, football and soccer. bit of basketball as well. But yeah, these buckos know how to play the game of hurling. This is the highest level of hurling in Cork. I go to a lot of games. I go to junior B games, junior A games, intermediate games. But this was enchanting. It was gripping. And Kanturk, who were down 4 at half time, well, I'll tell you what, they came out with an intention to stand up and fight. This little passage of play here it really illustrated the toing and froing in the game. You just did not know who was going to get the grips of this match at times. High fielding, high scores. Oh, it had it all. This is Kanturk. It's a goal chance for Kanturk. And you know what? Goals win games. Great defending there by a current Cork senior centre half back. And here's his brother, a current Cork wing back, showing all the skills in the game. Kanturk just were relentless. And another goal chance here, and bang, taken down. Penalty. A penalty. And here is the aforementioned number 9, and he walloped the slitter into the back of the net. Kanturk means the boar's head, Kanturk, and they were trying to chop the head off of the Glen Rovers, and you could see the feeling, you could see the passion here now. This is their moment, this is their time. But the Glen didn't come in here to play softly, and a penalty was won. But after consultation with the linesman, he reversed the decision and gave a 65. And you know what? I tell you something now. I think it takes a brave referee to reverse a decision, to know when you're wrong and to make the change. Now, I'm sure the Glen weren't too happy about that, but, you know, I take my hat off to him. Look at this, a sideline. Lads, 2 points should be given for sideline cuts over the bar. That is genius. We're into the dying embers of this game now. And the Glen are doing everything they can to try and get back into it. But this guy is imperious. Look at that. Over the bar. There's only a point in it now. And the Glen are fighting hard. Less than 2 minutes to go. Up a point. Ball comes across. Ringy's nephew across to the all-time top scorer. Suas and Spare, Coolini, Anamah, Fad, over the bar. And down come Kanturk. They try it, but it's blocked and it's taken out to the side, and the current Cork wing back launches it forward, and the former Cork senior hurler catches it, and over the shoulder, over the bar, and the crowd are vocal. But it's won by Kanturk here. Can they equalise? They bring it out to the side, but it's hooked and knocked in. Watch this. Look at this jink. Oh, over the bar. It's the Glen's day. The Glen go on. Game over. All to play for. One more game. A lad messaged me from America and asked me to do a Kanturk match. So he said he loves the videos and he'd love to see a Kanturk. So I hope he enjoyed that. And sure, I'll be back again soon with more videos. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Come and see me. I'm on tour. Pull hard or don't pull at all.